Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today's reading is going to be predictions for August 2020. We're going to take a look at what you can expect in the coming month in love, career, and your spiritual and personal growth. So I have 3 readings for you guys to choose from. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel the most drawn to. So our number 1 is Peach Aventurine. Number 2 is Angelite. And number 3 is Gray Moonstone. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you chose the Peach Aventurine, this is going to be your reading for August 2020. So right away, if you guys were drawn to the Peach Aventurine, the orange color of this stone is related to the sacral chakra. So I have some very good news for those of you who are creatives, writers, painters, musicians, vloggers, YouTubers, anything related to creation. In the month of August, you guys are going to be flowing. So for the past little while, if you guys have been experiencing, writer's block, or, you don't have any ideas for a song, your creative juices just aren't flowing, you can't think of content, I feel like in this month of August, you're going to be overflowing with ideas. You'll be like, you can't stop them from coming. Like, you'll be lying in bed about to fall asleep, and then you think of a good idea and you're like, oh shit, now I have to turn the lights on and write this down, or I have to go get my phone and make a note of it. They just won't stop coming. The years stop coming and they don't stop coming. Okay, anyway, I just got really excited. Another thing about Peach Aventurine, this is a stone that helps to relieve stress, worry, anxiety. It also helps you to come out of your shell and be more outgoing. And I sort of got a specific message for you guys that in this month of August, you're being encouraged to tell somebody how you really feel. Now, of course, this is a general reading, so it's going to be a different type of relationship and, something different for everybody. But just for a few examples, like telling your crush how you feel about them, or telling this person that you mutually follow but you don't talk that much, that you think they're really cool and you want to be friends with them, telling a fellow creative that they really inspire you and you want to work together. If you're a business person and you want someone to, share about your business, help you promote, help you make connections, let them know. Like, people don't know unless you tell them. And very often, we might think that we're putting it out there and dropping hints, but we're really, really not. You have to be a lot more straightforward, to get people to respond and take the action that you want. And you'd be surprised how positive people's response can be if you just let them know clearly what it is that you hope from the relationship. And this can also go for, more negative emotions. You're actually being encouraged to express those too. So, if someone's been really annoying you or pissing you off, let them know that. Like, if someone's comments have been bothering you, or they're intruding too much on your boundaries, they're asking too much of you, let them know that as well. It's important to use our words, to come out of our shell and uplift people, but also to protect ourselves from negativity and protect our energy from being drained. So really speak up, really assert yourself this month. That is the guidance for you guys. So all that being said, let's get into the cards now. So I'm just going to lay them out first. These 2 oracle cards on the top will just be general messages or general guidance for you. And then we have a card for love, a card for finance and career, and a card for your spiritual and personal growth. So let's take a look at these first. We have Shanti. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. We also have Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? So I really, really like this card, and it's interesting that it's the same color as the Peach Aventurine that you guys chose. And this is letting you know that as you speak up to the people in your life, It's going to bring peace between you. It's going to bring a resolution to any conflict you're experiencing. It's going to bring reconciliation. Yes. So if any of you guys are in conflict with someone right now, going through a breakup or a break, in separation, I do see reconciliation for you guys as a result of you reaching out and speaking your mind. If there's been somebody who is, like I was giving an example earlier, bothering you or putting too much pressure on you, whether it's a friend, a family member, your boss, if you speak up to them, they will actually respond very, very positively. Now, you might be really scared to assert yourself in this way, but I feel that if you speak up, they're actually going to respect it a lot. They're going to respect your boundaries and be a lot kinder and gentler about it than you may be realizing. I think you're going to have a lot of peace in all of your relationships. And yes, a reconciliation, if that applies to you, if there's someone you're wanting to get back in touch with, get back in a relationship with, I do see that in the cards for you. So that's really lovely. Then we have, oh, and it might actually happen, sorry, I just noticed a lion. It might happen within Leo season. So in the month of August, Leo season goes until about August, I believe 22nd or 23rd. So in the first few weeks, I think, is when I see this reconciliation happening. So your next card is Vanessa. It says, to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? So this is some general guidance for you. And I'm feeling for most of you, this is going to apply to your career, like what you're doing for a living, as well as your daily habits and how you take care of yourself. So your self-care routine, your health, like your physical health, like what you eat, your exercise, and this kind of thing. And what you're being encouraged to do is take some time to visualize very specifically and very clearly your future self. Like your future self who is living their best life, who is glowing, who is doing everything that you want to do, who is everything that you want to be. And look at where you are now, like your habits, you know, how do you spend your day? What do you do when you wake up? Are you productive? Do you waste time? Do you respect your own boundaries? Do you let people intrude on your boundaries? Everything like that. And ask yourself, would my future self behave like this? Or would they not have time for this crap? Ask yourself those questions. And it may be a little bit uncomfortable when you notice the spots where you're out of alignment, but in this month of August, I'm hearing the message like it's time to become your future self. There's nothing stopping you from becoming that future self that you want to be right now. So start taking action towards that. And, you know, stop saying like, oh, you know, someday, someday. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Become the you that you want to be. That's the message for you. All right, so now let's move down to the next row of cards. Your tarot cards. We're going to start with this one, which is for love. And we have the Emperor. Ooh, so somebody is committing to you. That's what I thought when I saw this. With the Emperor being about stability, security, and this kind of thing. It feels like a relationship that is firmly grounded. For those of you who are wishing that an ex will come back to you or a situationship is going to solidify, this is a really, really good card for you guys. And I'm almost getting like this element of pride associated with it, because it's kind of like you knew they wanted to come back. You knew they were going to come back. They were just being stubborn because the Emperor, he is a little bit stubborn. He's a little bit proud. And so this person is going to have to swallow their pride to come back to you, you know, admit that they missed you or admit that they were wrong and this kind of thing. And I think you're going to be getting like a little bit of satisfaction out of that from this situation. But what's really nice about this is when this person does come back and you have this reconciliation, it is going to be for the long run. So for those of you who have been through some kind of, you know, on and off dynamic with somebody or like a hot and cold situation, I want you to know that like this is going to be it for good. Like they're going to be coming back for good and you won't have to worry about this nonsense anymore. And like we see here, like there's going to be improved communication in all of your relationships, I think. So it's more healthy, you're more honest with each other, and there's no pride in the way. You know, pride really gets in the way of a lot of stuff. You know, people refusing to admit how strong they really feel and what they really want. I see clarity, I see honesty, and like stability and peace. So no more of this like volatility. So that's really, really good for love. If you guys are single and you don't have a love interest, this can be showing somebody who is coming into your life, perhaps in Aries, as the Emperor is Aries energy. And again, this is generally somebody where at first they're a little bit slow to like reveal their feelings. You know, they come off as quite, you know, serious, or you can't get through to them, but they're really, really a softie on the inside. That's the Aries energy. We like to come across like we're all hard and we don't care, but we're actually very sensitive, and I think we're pretty sweet too. So yeah. And then a message for you guys who are already in a relationship. You guys could be reaching the next level, because this is a card, you know, the Emperor represents the father, you know, a family, a home. And while that may not be the level that you're reaching in August, I feel like you're working your way up to that. So whatever, you know, relationship status you're at now, you can think of it as leveling up, reaching a deeper level of commitment. Yes, so very, very nice. Now let's move on to your finances. Ooh, so this is a card for finance and career. This is the King of Wands. Whenever this card comes out for a career, this tells me the person I'm reading for. So you guys, you really, really are meant to work for yourself and work for your own dreams. You are a natural leader. You are meant to inspire people. That is a part of your divine purpose. You're meant to first like pave your own way. Ooh, the camera timer is 11:11, so pay attention. This is part of your destiny. You're meant to pave your own way for yourself, create your own wealth, create your own freedom, and follow your passion. And then you're meant to be an example for others, to show them that they can do the same thing. And especially if you're a creative person, because the Wands energy, it is very, very creative. You are meant to profit from your art, from your creative expression. But if you're not an artist, you're at least meant to be self-employed. Like have your own business, make your own rules, make your own schedule. You guys really like cannot thrive under somebody else's direction, or, you know, someone putting restrictions on you. So that could be something to think about with this in your career. If you're not following this, really pay attention to this question. What brings you closer to your divine purpose, and what takes you away from it? And while I'm not saying necessarily like, you know, this August you have to quit your job and become, you know, a freelance artist, or quit your job and start your own business, it would be really good to at least start thinking about it, you know, in this coming month and the months to follow. Really, really start thinking about it. What does that look like for you? And what actions can you take? You know, if not completely cutting off your old habits and like plunging into this new endeavor, what are some little actions you can take now to start getting ready for that, and really you know, figuring out how it's possible for you, because this will be your purpose. You're a king. Yes. All right, so finally let's look at this card, which is about your personal growth and your spiritual growth. Oh, how lovely. This is the Nine of Cups. This is a card of contentment, happiness, satisfaction, getting what you want. So I see you getting something that you want here already in this romantic relationship and in your other relationships as well. I see you just flowing with ideas and inspiration. So I do think this is going to be a pretty happy month for you. And in terms of your spiritual journey, a relatively easy one. So for those of you who have been going through a kind of rough time with your inner work and your healing, this is kind of a month for you where you can take it easy. You know, things are going to be pretty smooth sailing for you. You know, it's not going to be perfect, but I feel like there won't be any really major complaints, any hard things that you need to work through. This really looks like an enjoyable month for you guys, and you're being encouraged to really, really just enjoy it, because you've earned it. You know, you've put in the hard work spiritually, and now you can sit here all happy and proud with your cups, with your happiness. So yeah, celebrate, be happy, and enjoy this month. Okay? So I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching. And if you like these monthly readings, I actually just started doing weekly pick-a-cards on my Instagram, like pick a card for the week to come. So if that's something that interests you, please feel free to check it out. The link to my Instagram will be in the description. So everybody take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi number twos, so if you chose the Angelite, this is going to be your reading for August 2020. So right away, if you guys were drawn to the Angelite, this is a stone that facilitates in things like psychic insights, receiving telepathic messages, as well as things like astral projection, lucid dreaming, receiving messages from dreams, and all this kind of stuff. So in the month of August, pay close attention to your dreams. I think you guys are going to be lucid dreaming a lot more in this coming month, as well as having prophetic dreams, like, you know, rather than nonsense dreams that a lot of us usually have, you know, very, very vivid dreams that actually mean something, and you will feel it when you wake up. I also want to say, if anybody you know, anybody in your life appears in your dream, pay attention to what they say to you in the dream and how they're acting, because I think it's actually going to be an accurate representation of how they really feel or really think in your waking life. Almost like you're actually meeting on the astral plane and they're, you know, revealing something to you. So, you know, if someone appears in your dream and says that they love you, remember that, take note of that. If someone says, I'm not worth your time, you should let go, remember that as well. Just pay attention. And also, you could be picking up on people's thoughts telepathically. Specific, not like everybody, like I don't think you're gonna walk into a public place. Well, let's be real, none of us are walking into a public place, but if you have a bunch of people around you, it's not like you're going to be picking up on like what random people are thinking, but those who you have a soul connection with, a divine connection with, you are going to hear their higher self in your head. And if you already do, I think that's going to be heightened in the coming month. You're going to receive much clearer, much louder messages from them. So your intuition is really on point in the month of August. All right, so let's get into the cards now. I'm just going to lay them out first. We have the two oracle cards at the top here. Those are just going to be some general guidance and messages for you. And then the three tarot cards here, this is going to be for love, for finances and career, and for your spiritual and personal growth. So let's start by taking a look at your oracle cards. We have Omega, victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So this desire is going to be different for everybody, but I wanted to tell you, whatever you thought when I read this, whatever was the first desire that came to your mind, that's what this desire is. And even for those of you who thought of a desire, you're like, what if it's that? And then you went, no, it's probably not that. It is. Whatever first came to your mind, regardless of how your logical brain decided to judge it afterwards, it's the one that came to your mind. No matter how unrealistic or, you know, really low odds that seems to you. Like, think of this unicorn. It's unique, it's mystical, it's very, very rare. So really, this can be your wildest of dreams. And it's the one that your intuition put into your mind when you saw this card. Yeah, something is coming to completion. Something's coming to completion. Your next card, so this one is backwards. I'm just gonna turn it over to read it. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So this message is coming out in reverse for you. So how I'm taking this is that you guys may actually be being too nice or too forgiving, too compassionate to the people around you. Like you're giving you could be making excuses for people in your life who aren't treating you the way you know you deserve to be treated, you know, by saying things like, oh, you know what, they're probably just really, really busy, it's okay, or I know they're going through a rough time, they didn't mean it. Those aren't excuses. Like, if somebody cares about you, they're going to show up for you, they're going to make time for you, and they're going to be kind and respectful towards you. So yeah, some of you guys may be being too nice. And it's, you know, it's a habit, right? It's a habit for us. So in this month of August, see if you can catch yourself. Like, when you are, you know, giving someone another chance, giving someone the benefit of the doubt again, making excuse for them again, forgiving them again, kind of stop yourself and like, has this been happening too much? Am I being too forgiving to this person? And sort of stand up for yourself, you know, respect also your own point of view, your own feelings in the situation. Be a little bit more, you know, stand up for yourself. Yes. Okay. So now let's move on to the next row of cards. And we'll start over here. So this card is going to be your prediction for love. And it's the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is going to go some different ways depending on your situation, your relationship status. If you guys have feelings for someone who has not returned your feelings, it could be that this person is finally going to notice you. They're finally going to open their eyes to the attraction and the connection. They're finally going to have their eyes on you. In the upright, this is like not seeing the possibility or not seeing what is right in front of you. So in the reverse, I'm taking this as like, yeah, they finally woke up. They finally realized. If you guys are in a soulmate or twin flame journey with a divine counterpart, then they're waking up. And that's kind of interesting because we saw like you as well, you're having heightened intuition, you're receiving, you know, signs, telepathic messages and things like that. They might actually start experiencing like weird signs as well, even if they're not spiritual. You know, maybe they'll think of it as like weird coincidences or I had the weirdest dream. But the divine will be talking to them. And they are going to start waking up to the connection with you. Now on the flip side, this guy could also be representing you. So if you guys don't have a love interest right now, I feel like in the month of August, you're going to be developing feelings for somebody who was there all along and you just didn't see the potential before. You know, like maybe it's a friend or somebody in your class, someone you work with, and you never really thought much of them. You just saw them as a friend. And now all of a sudden you're like, huh, you're kind of cute actually. Like suddenly they're catching your eye when you didn't really see it before. And it's kind of this feeling of like, why didn't I notice you? Like you've been here all along, this kind of thing. And then finally, for those of you who are already in a relationship, this is a really nice card to have in the reverse for you guys because in the upright, it's about kind of being bored. So if you think about, you know, you can get in a rut in a relationship sometimes where it's not like exciting anymore. Maybe the passion is starting to die out. You're kind of losing the spark. So when I see this in the reverse, it makes me think of like a rejuvenation of, is that the right word? A rekindling of the connection. So things are going to be like spicy again. I don't know why that's the word I thought of. Things are going to be exciting. Things are going to be passionate again. There's going to be sparks flying again. So that's really, really exciting for you guys. Okay, so let's look at your next card. This is going to be about finances and career. And it's the Three of Swords in reverse. So again, you guys have a card that is really, really nice to see in the reverse. For those of you watching who have been struggling with your finances, you know, very stressed about money or stressed about the security of your job, stressed about the workload, like it's just too much. In the month of August, these stresses are fading away. You don't have to worry about money anymore. You don't have to worry about your job anymore. You are safe, you are protected, and you can find some calm and some peace of mind. I also associate this card with health, like physical health and mental health and finding balance. When it's in the upright, I would say that you're out of balance. So again, a happy meaning in the reverse, that I think you guys are going to find a better work and life balance in the month of August. So maybe it's that your workload is decreasing and you have more time to take care of yourself, to spend time with your friends or your partner and work on your health. You're going to feel more rested. You're going to feel like you have more energy. And it's really crazy, like, how much stress affects your physical body. Like, so many health problems, so much discomfort in our body, you can trace it back to stress. So when that stress goes away, like, physically, you guys are going to be feeling really, really good. Now, on the flip side, if you guys have been stressed for a lack of work, and that's actually what's affecting your health, like worried that work isn't coming in, worrying about money, then it would be the opposite, that your workload is increasing. And so you're actually feeling better about that balance. Whatever the imbalance is, it's all coming back to a healthy place and you guys can be peaceful about it, you know? You don't have to worry about it so much. You can focus on other things and just enjoy your life more. Okay, and so for your final card, this is about your spiritual and personal growth. And it's the moon. So this is a card about psychic insights, actually, things that are behind the scenes. So it makes a lot of sense for you guys who were, who were drawn to the Angelite crystal. As you start to receive more messages from the divine, you start to have more vivid dreams. Just a little heads up, there may be some things that you see, that you hear and experience that are not the most pleasant. I'm feeling this is going to be things from the past resurfacing. So perhaps like some unpleasant memory from your childhood, some past trauma that was repressed in your subconscious. It could even be some painful past life memories that are coming up. So, you know, there's going to be some beautiful dreams and some beautiful things that you experience. There's also going to be some things that are a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit painful to relive, but don't worry about it. I think, you know, if something from the past is resurfacing, it's kind of like your opportunity to flush it away, to make peace with it and release it, like this kind of thing. So I think a lot of stuff, it's almost like a spiritual detox. All of these things from the past flushing away from your present lifetime and also your past lifetime. If it gets a little bit too much, because I don't know if you guys have had like a past life regression or something before, sometimes it is some really, you know, scary memories, some really sad memories that come up. If at any point it's getting too much, just ask your angels to protect you. Like, I don't want to deal with this right now, and they will help you out. They will protect you. But there's some potential for some very, very deep healing here, like going back many lifetimes. Yes. So that's cool. You guys are really developing your psychic abilities, and I think your mental health as well is improving a lot in this coming month. So, okay, I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching. And if you like these monthly predictions, I actually just started doing weekly predictions on my Instagram. So pick a card for the week ahead. If you guys are interested in that, please feel free to check it out. The link to my Instagram will be in the description. And please take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, number threes. So if you chose the gray moonstone, this is going to be a reading for August 2020. So right away, if you guys were drawn to this stone, the gray moonstone is about seeing past the illusion, seeing through the veil, and seeing something for how it really is. It's also about new potential. The moonstone, it has this energy like the new moon. So it's like a clean slate where anything is possible. So for you guys who chose this stone, if I kind of put those meanings together, what I'm seeing for you is actually seeing through the illusion with regards to yourself and your place in the world. You know, throughout our lives, we tell ourselves these stories of like, you know, I'm not this, I'm not that enough. I can't do this because I'm not XYZ enough, and I can't be successful in this because the world doesn't work like that. We tell ourselves all these stories that limit us and really restrict our identity and restrict our potential. And so I think in the month of August, you're being called to, look through all that, like look past all that and see the real you that lies beneath that, because the real you is so full of potential. You can be anything you want. You can do anything you want. And once you realize that, it's so freeing. Like, it doesn't matter what you did in the past. It doesn't matter what was possible for you in the past or what people thought of you. None of that matters. Like, you have this moment right now, and you can decide what happens in the future, not based on the past, but based on what you want right now. So it almost kind of feels like a transformation, a rebirth, like your true self is being born like this. So it's really, really exciting. And I'm associating this energy kind of with the death card. It would be interesting if it comes out, but that Scorpio, deeply transformative kind of energy, really, really cool. There is a new moon on August, oh gosh, I don't know the date. Actually, let me check. Okay, it appears that the new moon is on August 18th. So on that day, I would encourage you guys to write down exactly what you want to manifest with regards to the person that you are, what you do in the world, what you accomplish, your divine path, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's really all about you this month. It's all about working on yourself. And I was just gonna say giving birth to yourself, which sounds really, really weird, but letting your true self come out. It's all about that. So let's take a look at the cards now. I'm just gonna lay them out first. These two oracle cards at the top, they're just going to be some general messages, some general guidance for you for the month of August. And then the three tarot cards below here, this is going to be your prediction for love, for finances and career, and for your spiritual and personal growth. So let's start with your oracle cards. There's Layla. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. So it fits perfectly. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So yeah, you guys are being encouraged to spend time alone, to spend time in reflection. This card is suggesting that you go out in nature. So if there's any, it can even just be like a park near your house. Like, you don't have to go, to the sea or go really far away, but just somewhere where you're surrounded by nature. You can be alone with your thoughts. And this part after, ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. When you're thinking about, your goals, your dreams, and what you want to do, you will probably start hearing that little voice in your head, like, you can't do that. That's dumb. That's our ego talking. It is always there. And you don't need to feel bad if it's there, because we all have it. We all have that voice of fear. If that starts coming up and it's bothering you, just ask your angels to clear it away. And they'll help you see the truth, because the truth is that you are capable of anything. And now I'm feeling like telling you that this would be a really great month to strengthen the relationship with your spirit guides and with your guardian angels. If you're not exactly sure how to do that, you can communicate with them, state your intention in writing, like what message you would like from them, what answer you would like from them. You can speak it out loud. You can just set the intention in your mind, and they will reply with things like repeating numbers, with the lyrics in a song that you're listening to, perhaps a dream, perhaps you'll see like a feather on the ground or a butterfly or a certain type of flower. There's all kinds of ways that they communicate with us, and it's really like whatever works for you. And you can even ask them, like, I want to see a butterfly. Like, if this is true, I want to see a butterfly from you. Or please answer my question in a song. Like, you can talk to them like this, because they appear to us in whatever way we are going to understand it and we are going to receive the message. So if you don't know how to reach out to them, it's actually best to ask them. Just tell them that you want to talk to them, that you have this intention, and you guys can figure it out together. Like, they're very happy to work with you and try different methods of communication and see what is the best. But they'll be there to help you. They'll be there to silence that sneaky little voice of your ego that tells you you can't do that. They'll help you through your fears. So your next oracle card is Isaiah, and it's actually in reverse. I'm just going to flip it over so I can read it. It says, "It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes." So it's kind of interesting that this is in reverse, because it definitely seems like we are talking about creating a new you. So I wonder if this month is more a month for reflection and a month for preparation of what you want to do. And I'm also thinking maybe be selective who you tell about it. Like, if you're thinking that you're going to start a new endeavor, you're going to start pursuing this goal, maybe you decide like a certain field you want to pursue, maybe you decide where you want to go live, things like that. Maybe don't tell everybody just yet, because I think there might be some people around you who have a kind of negative energy, whether that's like a cynical energy, a judgmental energy, or even it could be even an envious energy. Because when you start to shine and you start to express your authentic self, obviously you're much happier, you're in a higher energy, and people can become jealous of that, because if they're not living like that, they're gonna feel, I don't know what it is. Do people feel like threatened by it or something? I don't really know, but people can become envious of it. And I really do believe, because we all manifest this experience together, if somebody is sending you ill wishes and they don't believe in your dream, they can affect your manifestation. So just be careful. Like, if you're going to tell people about your plans, just tell like your close friends and people that you really, really trust. Maybe it's just in reverse as a sort of like protection message like that. Okay. So let's move down to the tarot cards now. This card is going to be your prediction for love. So let's take a look. Ooh, we have the King of Pentacles. This is one of my favorite cards for love, and like to represent a counterpart. This is amazing. So this represents a partner who is really interested in a serious and long-term relationship. For some of you, this could even be like you're meeting your future spouse, because the Pentacles energy, that is secure, that is solid, that's forever to me. This is long term. You may be meeting an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't matter the gender. It's coming through as a king here, but it just means somebody who is mature, somebody who is really living in their highest energy, living their best life, and they're really prepared to offer like a beautiful, substantial, committed connection to you. This is also likely someone who is pretty well off materially. Like, regardless, whatever age group this person is in, I feel like they would be excelling in terms of their wealth and their success compared to most others. They're a lot more mature, like they're very mature for their age, and they're very, very generous, very kind, and very tolerant. And yes, they want something committed. So if you guys have someone in your mind who is like this, then this is confirmation that they are your person. If you guys have a love interest who is being quite like wishy-washy and not committing, I would say that that's probably not who this is, and you're going to be finding someone who, is ready to offer that commitment to you. They're ready to be with you. They're ready to put a ring on it like this. If you're already in a relationship, then I can see that this is a very, very happy, healthy relationship. You'll be very stable this month. Any conflicts that you have, you will solve them, and you're going to feel really, really sure about this relationship in the month of August. You're going to get a lot of confirmations that, this relationship is right for you and this is your person. So moving on to the next card for finances and career, we have the Lovers in reverse. So in the reverse, this is about, being at a crossroads, but kind of struggling to make the decision. And I often associate the phrase, should I stay or should I go, with this card. So in the month of August, and maybe this is something you've already been dealing with for a while, you may have a little bit of uncertainty about your career and where you're headed. And that might actually be something that comes up while you're doing this reflection, as you're thinking about who you want the new me to be. Is it like, does the new me do this job? Like, is this, should I really be staying in this job? Is this really right for me? But I can tell, like, you're a little bit reluctant to make the decision, and you're kind of worried about making the wrong decision. You don't want to mess things up, because when it comes to your career, it's important, right? That's your livelihood, that's your sense of security. So you don't want to make the wrong decision and then not be able to go back. The advice I would give for you is, don't force yourself to make a decision if you're not sure. And maybe that's also tying back to this, like, you don't need to go out and make things happen just yet if you're not sure about it. And your angels are saying, like, it's okay to wait until you're 100% sure. If you're indecisive, just leave things as they are for now, and we will show you the answer. The answer will come to you when it's time. And you can even see, like, there is an angel helping you on this card between the two options. So yeah, just be patient with it, and the answer will make itself known to you when it's time. And if it's a matter of, like, what to do, but it doesn't seem very possible yet, then that's also just a matter of time. They'll show you the way, basically. Your angels will show you the way. Now let's go to your final card. This is going to be about your spiritual and personal growth. And there's the Two of Cups in reverse. Ooh, okay. Some of you may want to think about ending some relationships in your life. Whether it's a love interest who is not lining up with this energy, who's being, non-committed and wishy-washy. Whether it's a friend who is bringing you down. Maybe it's one of the people who is, like, envious of you, or one of the people who is judging you. There's somebody, and maybe it's just one person, because one of these people would be you and one of these people would be the counterpart. Somebody that needs to exit your life. They're not, like, a good influence on your energy. It may have been that when you started the relationship with this person, you were kind of on the same level, but now you have, started awakening, you started ascending, if that's the right word, and they're still kind of down here, and they are kind of dragging you down. And I'm feeling like some of you guys might feel a bit of guilt with letting this person go, but it is what will be best for both of you. It is what will be best for both of you. Ooh, that's an interesting one to come up, like, for spiritual growth, It could be that this person is like an energy vampire, like they're really sucking away your energy, and that you will feel a lot lighter and have a lot more energy again once this relationship is cut off. But you need to keep your energy sacred and protect it, and don't feel like you owe anybody your energy, like, just because you've, like, been friends with them or been in a relationship with them for a long time, or just because they did some favors for you in the past. Like, you have to prioritize yourself, you have to protect yourself. So please don't feel bad about doing what you need to do. Now, if you really aren't, like, if you can't think of any person in your life, like in your immediate surroundings, that this rings a bell for, I just got the message that this could be, like, people on the internet. If you guys are the type to, scroll through comment sections or go on Twitter, which we all know is trash, and you find yourself getting angry at people's opinions and, angry at people's ignorance, maybe it's time to, step away from that. We don't have to argue with all these dumb people all the time. Just leave it. Just let them be dumb and cut that off. So it may be distancing yourself from, like, the internet, social media, or something like that. But the bottom line is keeping your energy safe. That's the bottom line. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching. And if you guys like these monthly predictions, I actually just started doing weekly predictions on my Instagram. I'm doing like pick a cards for the week ahead. So if you guys are interested in that, please feel free to check it out. The link to my Instagram is in the description. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!